Earlier we had a discussion with Ravi sir and planning to planning to present on which topic, and we have decided this topic. And in my mind, the topic arises because of 2 days back we had a dinner at our boss home, and during that discussion we discussed about that. In detail about the networking, and in networking we share some ideas, and based on that ideas only I have decided this topic, and it's a wonderful topic, and this is a needed topic to in this current scenario for the professional students and business peoples, for everyone, even those who are interested in the social media sites also. This topic is one of the needed topic, and let me enter into this topic. And the topic in this topic, networking. In networking, I'm going to cover about that the purpose of networking and how to build the network and strengthening the existing network, and going to see about the benefits of networking tips, and in which places we can do the network in a better way. These are the things I'm going to cover in today's topic. And before going into the topic, I'm sharing something about the networking. So what is networking? Many people think that the networking is the interconnection of computers, isn't it? You will think about that. Many know that because most of the students know networking is like that. It's a interconnection of computer. But in a business forum and in a recent scenarios, and the networking is getting communicated with the people. It's an action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social content. So like social context, because networking means sharing of ideas with one another and getting the connection with them, and getting the ideas or inputs from them for our growth, as well as to know something about or to learn something. The networking is a key thing here. And for the students, or to get success in this career, the number one predictor is the size of their network. So to get success in the career, the success is decided based on the network size. How many people you know, how many people you are interacting with, how many people you are connected with. These are the things decide the success of the career. And the next point is that networking is one of the most important business and professional skills. In a business and professional skills, without networking, the business doesn't happen. And in a professional work, you can't work in any organization without communicating or without networking without networking with anybody. So the thing here is that without networking, we can't grow our organization in any forms. And the next part is that your networking holds unimaginable value for you and your business. Just think that when you meet a person, you don't know about the background of the person. You just sharing the name and some basic informations like that. You don't know that this person will be a valid person, though he is having the capacity to give you a future business opportunity. So networking does not yield immediately. It will grow slowly, and once upon a time, based on the trust you build, it yields, or it will give business to you. And in business, the best salespeople believe that in all around the world, the best salespeople believe that the best part of the business is how fast or how many relationships they build is their success. They feel that the best salespeople believe that the best part of their business success is that how much relationship they gained or how much relationship they built is their success. And the next part is the purpose of networking. So networking varies based on individuals, and the purpose may vary based on the individual needs. So here, in case of the students, if you consider the students, how networking will help means, networking, if a student want to getting connected with some person, means they may connect for some other purposes. Likewise, the purposes are they may go for some education details. If the student want to go for higher studies to know which college is better, which courses are better. At that time, what the student have to do is that he need to interact with some peoples in the college they are looking for, or some courses already the completed persons, they need to get some informations and ideas from the alumni of the particular college or particular department. In case of learning also, if the students want to learn something, means which is the best institute I need to learn, which is the best course I need to learn. For that also the students need some network. Without networking, if the student alone he personally decides something, means it may win or it may get backfire to him. So for the students, the networking will help for his education, learning, and for his internship also. If a student have a good number of network in a corporate world, it is easy him for to track. It is easy for him for to get a good internship opportunity in a company. And for getting certifications also, there are a number of companies and providing online certifications and online courses. To know the best courses, the students have to network with the people. And for everyone, networking helps sharing their knowledge or information or experience. So once experience will give solution to the another person. Once information will give a path to the another person's. Once knowledge will give lightening to another person's life for break through the problems. And for the job hunters, one who is searching any job, the networking helps to getting the employment. A best good example is that in LinkedIn, if you are a job seeker, there are plenty of opportunities are available. But the only thing is that you have to network with the people. If you network with the people, they will share some ideas, they will share some opportunities. The opportunities will come from the network of network. The one person who is a friend of you will have some connections with some other people, those who are working in any good organization. Once the good organization resource share some openings, means he or she will like the post, then automatically it will hint you these are all the opportunities available. It will be easy. Sorry. Yeah. So it will be easy for the job hunters to get the employment in the easiest way. And for the business owners, the networking helps to develop their business. For the business, we need to brand our business, right? So for that, people needs to meet many of the persons and many of the industrialists and many of the marketing guys. And for the branding purpose, the business people, business owners, they need to network with many people for the business development. And for the professionals, those who are already working in any organization, they need to grow, right? So for that, they may want to switch over the companies, and they may want to switch over the profiles. For that, they need to network with the people to get the opportunities, updates from other organizations, as well as if they want to start the business also, they need to network with the people, those who are already in the business. So these are all the main purpose of networking for the students and the common social people and the job seekers, as well as business owners. The professionals also need to network. So many think that the introvert person cannot be able to do networking, but that's not right, because networking is a simple task. Even getting introduced yourself with other people is the easiest task, and getting the information of another person is the easiest task. So networking anybody can do, and the purpose for the above purposes can be reached anyone easily. So the next point is that, okay, this is networking and this is network, and how to build a network, where I can build a network, how I can build a network. So here are some points how to build a network. So here the first point is that successful relationship are built on mutual trust. So you say without knowing anybody, without knowing any information about anyone, will you share any details about you? Obviously not, right? So the thing here is that we need to build a trust on opposite persons. So we need to showcase ourselves, we need to showcase our profile, and we need to build a trust, and it should be mutual. You have to trust that people, and that people have to trust you. Then only the relationship will be getting stronger, and then only the mutual relationship share more ideas in your relationship, and offer something of value and expect nothing in return. This means that in mindset, you should not expecting anything and share your ideas. That is obviously wrong, and you need to share more ideas, you need to share more information without expecting anything in return. So this habit will build the network in a stronger way. And the next part is that focus on give, give, get. It's a thing is that you don't think that to get you should not give. It means that you have to give many things in terms of your energy, your time, your knowledge, your experience. You need to share the entire people or the common people you want to network, So you need to share the details about you, or you need to share the information Those things you need to share with them, and later you will get once in a day, that may be a later days. And invest in relationship. Invest in relationship means we are spending 10 rupees or 20 rupees or maybe 100 to 200 rupees for the lunch, tea, coffees and all, right? So in a networking forum, there are some meetings and conferences are happening in each and every cities. Before the lockdown, before the pandemic, it was happening everywhere. So maybe it's a cost of around 500 rupees. That may be a new forum to you, and it's maybe related to your business and related to your studies or related to your careers. You need to invest that 500 rupees for that network. Because in 500 rupees, you will get the opportunity to meet 100 or 200 people. In 3 hours, within that 3 hours, you can able to introduce yourselves with many and get the contact or get the connection of them, and it will grow your network. This is like invest in relationship, and you can share the knowledge. It is a kind of investment. And the next part is that personalize your approach for everyone, because each one having individual characters and individual habits. You should not approach all the people in a common way. You should change the approach based on the person, so that a person's receiving the information or receiving your request will know, okay, he is the right person and he is a trustworthy person, and we can have a connection with him. They think like that, so that your approach should be a personalized for individuals. And the next thing is that focus on the profile of the person and follow him for some days. To get a connection, to get a network with the particular people, you need to follow them. Maybe he may be interested in some part, he may interested in some areas, he may interested in sports, and he is the person interested in business. You need to follow him, and you need to seeking the attention of their histories, and based on the observations, you need to decide whether we need to build a relationship with the particular person or not. If you think that the particular person is suitable for your profile and the expectations you meet, surely you can get connection with him, and surely you can network with that people. And the last thing is that here, don't reach out only when you need something, because it feels something awkward. So if you reach for a people for a particular need, means they don't think that who are you, and I don't know before that. Like that, the reply means it's an awkward reply to you, and it's not a right approach. So slowly build the network, and later you can get introduced with them, and your relationship gets stronger. And when the need arises, you can immediately get in touch with them in a better way to get support from them. And these are the things we need to follow to build a network. And the next part is the strengthening the existing network. Already in networking, already we may have some existing numbers, maybe our school friends, our college friends, our colleagues, our professional friends, even maybe for hotel friends, even an auto driver or for a taxi driver will all be also existing in our network. Don't think that the auto driver or taxi driver, we won't get nothing from them. Even I have a good experience in Chennai. When I was traveling for a business in Chennai, I have interaction with the Ola driver. I interacted him smoothly, and he started sharing the information about their working procedures in Ola. So how much they are getting, and how much the Ola is charging for the drivers and for the cab and for the people. Like that, the auto driver the taxi driver started sharing the information. Even before, I don't know about something, I don't know anything about the Ola, how the business is working and all. And the auto driver says means I got some idea about that Ola, how Ola is working. So even auto driver is a good network to get him connected with that, and taxi driver also. Even the people, those who are surrounded us, is people we need to network with them. And how to strengthen our existing network means we need to keep in touch with the existing network regularly. They maybe if you are in a social forum, if you are in a social media, to get in touch with the matters, you need to share some informations, you need to share some comments, you need to like for the other posts, and you need to some useful information in the social media. It will help the people that the people will familiarly know your faces and familiarly know your names, so that if for any need arises, you can immediately get in touch with them. Means they immediately catch up your names and images. So keep in touch with keep in touch with the networks those who are already existing in your network, and make your profile as updated. Whatever things maybe you may recently completed a certification course, and you may recently completed a degree, you may recently successfully delivered a project, that need to be updated in your profile, maybe in a social media profile, or maybe in a brochure, maybe in a business plan brochure you are having, you are going to share with the network. Means it should be updated one, and stay involved in your interested group. The interested groups means for students, the interested groups, maybe the student may be interested in NSS or NCC. They are having some peer groups, they are having some WhatsApp groups. We have to active, or we have to stay involved in that group. For the working professionals, they are office groups, because and for the job seekers, the valid group is that their job offers and job opening information groups, because from there we are getting so many informations about our needs, and it will be easy to tag the needs. And be active participant in the activity you involved in, whatever activities. Maybe you are a coordinator for an event. Even I am a volunteer in Jaikkalam, and for this opportunity I interestedly get the consent from Ravisan, and I agree to present this session, and it's an opportunity on behalf of my involvement. Likewise, many like Suraj is doing a wonderful job. He is coordinating all the presenters, and these are all the things he actively participated in this Jaikkalam NGO, and it gives a good network. Within a week, I have gained around 20 networks through this Jaikkalam forum, and in whatever way you need to be more active, and you need to be more involved in all the activities, and every section of your profile needs to be filled. In a Facebook forum or in a LinkedIn forum, the places are the each and every sections, the details need to be filled in a clear way, and it should be easily understandable way, and so that the people, those who are viewing your profile, or those who are viewing your LinkedIn profile or Facebook profile, know that this person is good in particular skill set, and this person is good in particular skill set. We can use him for particular opportunities, especially for the freelancers or the trainers. You need to update your profile in a better way, so that you get a good number of opportunities through the details you have filled in the forum. So this is the thing you need to strengthen and strengthen your existing network, as well as in general in social medias. You need to be updated. You need to active every day. You need to spend at least 1 hour a day, for the sharing some ideas, commenting, likes, and sharing some posts. And the next part is that benefits of networking. In networking, we will get good contacts and referrals. We don't believe that this much of contacts we don't have, and this much of contacts we have. The contacts we will get through networking only, and visibility means some kind of business that will reach through networking. And staying current means you need to be updated with networking. You come, because the peer groups you are interested, maybe for a business person, he is networking with the related business persons, means he will stay updated with the current information about their business, and sharing knowledge and experience. So from many people we will get the knowledge, and we will share some information. They will be sharing some information. It will be useful for us in many forms. And problem solving, maybe you may bottleneck in some part. It will be clarified, or it will be solved by your peer groups. It's only because of networking one. And benefits of online networking, and it's in recent scenario the online networking is one of the wonderful platform. You will get the connections in a convenience manner and low cost. You no need to spend money for registration, travel, and your car for your fuel and everything. And in online networking, you don't need to be panic, and you no need to be under pressure. And in online networking, you can easily connect with the people in a purposeful manner, because if you are following a profile of the particular person, then you, before sending the request or before sending the connection to him, this person is needed for my connection or not. That will be decided. It will be a purposeful way. And where we can network, which all the places we can network is networking club or business organization like BNI, JCA, and Young Entrepreneur Council. These are all the places we can do networking in during the strike meetings or the online meetings, as well as the trade or professional associations related to your business. In trade show also, we will meet a number of people, and we can able to share the common contacts, and we can able to share our business, and we can able to share our stuffs. And in meal networking, maybe some of your friends invite you for a meal with other peer groups. You need to join that meal plan, so that you will get the opportunity to network with some other people. And health club, during the travels, train and air travels, you can get introduced with your near seat persons and opposite persons. It will be helpful. Sometimes it will grow your network. And some of the pre and paid courses, you will get the networking, because your attendees will be one of your good network. And alumni network, college or school alumni network is a greater network. You need to, and it is the easiest way to getting connected with everyone, and it will be helpful for your entire life. And social media networking, you can network in social media through LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Even in many WhatsApp group we are having, we have to share some ideas and inputs to stay connected with all the people. And these are some networking tips we need to follow. First of all, to network, to increase your relationship, to increase your connections, you must have a passion to connect with people, so that only you will be get interested to connect with the people. And all the times you need to be connected. Like already I said, every day you need to spend at least 1 hour for networking, and give values first before asking something. These are the things we are repeatedly talking about in networking. You need to give the values first, then only you can able to ask something, and build a goodwill or build a good relationship among the peer group, so that only the people will believe that you are a trustworthy person and a good person. And expand your network by making connections on every day, and have a systematic plan. Systematic plan means these are all the things I will do, and these are all the things I won't do, and these are all the peoples I will get connected with them, and these are all the peoples I'm not interested to connect with. So segregate like that and have a systematic plan. And the rest of the tips, researching before getting connection with some persons. You should need to do a research, because you need to know the background of the people, so that it will be easy to give the first information when you are getting introduced with the people. And have a connection plan of 50 to 100 in a year. And this is a less number. 50 to 100 in a year is a less number. You can connect 100 to 50 to 100 in a 3 months or a single month. It's a simple plan. And drafting messages, always you have a drafted messages. Like when you are sending a request to the person for connection, you need to share some information or share some messages. And when someone accepted your request or someone connected with you, you need to say thanks by drafting a message, or pre-drafted messages will helpful, and it will save your time. And the last thing is that execute the plans. So all the plans you are having, you need to execute it, and you will get a good number of network in your life. And thank you. This is my session. It's my simple session. Hope I won't did any mistakes so far. Thank you.
Thank you, Yesudasan sir. Thank you for your wonderful speech about the networks. And as an entrepreneur, it is quite helpful for me, and as well as to the other students and who's starting their career path in their life. So it's very important of the network. And thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Yesudasan sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Suraj. Thank you.
Thank you, Yesudasan sir. So without further delay, I'd like to invite.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, without further delay, we are inviting our next guest, Rahul Srivatsau, who is a sales enthusiast and a career coach. And today's topic is all about how to overcome fear. So, sir, please lead, sir.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Rahul, and thank you, Suraj, for the introduction. So today I'm going to talk about how to overcome fear. So this is one of the most important topic that I found entire. Like a lot of people came to me while I was talking to many engineering students to whom I was interacting in last 1 year or so. Uh, I think my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Okay.
Please
Just a minute. Just a minute. Now our presentation is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So the topic is how to overcome fears. This is one of the most important challenge that we all have because fear is stopping us to move ahead. Now, I am actually working with Cambridge Consulting LLC. I'm heading their engineering services division. And this is my short introduction as of now. And in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to cover about what are the basic fears, what are the reasons for that, and then what is the remedy for that. So I cannot complete all the fear theory and all that in detail, but I will try my level best. So if you have any question in the end, we can take one or two questions. So I hope it is fine, Suraj. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, just a minute. So let me ask you, I think many of you are afraid out of these many fears which I have actually pointed out here. There are n number of other fears, but I have jotted down here some 8 to 9 fears here. So are you afraid of public speaking, which is the most common fear I have seen? Are you afraid of criticism, that if I do that, what people will think? Or are you afraid of being having poverty like over a period of time? Many people have actually this kind of fear also. Or are you afraid of having ill health, like my health will be deteriorated over a period of time and all that? And then fear of making decisions. Many people are stuck, they are not able to make the decision. Changing jobs, like many people I found in the corporate life, they are having fear. Oh, pandemic situation is going on. If I switch a job, what will happen? Will I be able to justify my role or survive in a newer company? The situation is not good. Such kind of thinking now coming in everybody's mind. Now, fear of old age. This is also the most important fear. Fear of losing a loved one. In COVID, many people have lost their loved one also. And not only in COVID, in a bar like situation, normally also this fear arises of losing someone loved one. Fear of being alone. And then, last but not the least, fear of death, which is one of the cruelest, I would say, fear that we all have. Now, I have just pointed out 6 fears in the board. These are most important fear. And if somebody says that I am not fear, I am not having any fear, then I think either he or she would be lying. Everybody has fear. Even the God is also having fear. So we will talk about more on the detail side, especially this 6 fear which I am talking about, which are in detail, has been taken from a book, Think and Grow Rich, and it has been beautifully explained there that what are those fear in detail. But we will go to the next slide and try to understand, first of all, what is fear and what is the reason for that. So the reason is common for all of us. What is stopping us to move ahead? This is only the fear. If we can overcome our fear, then every person in this world can think of becoming successful. And that's I can guarantee. And I have overcome my fear, many fears, and I have seen people overcoming their fears after I train them. So now let's understand what is fear. So fear is typically defined as to be afraid of someone or something, either from a person or something. And the feeling which we have when we are having any kind of fear is the anxiety, agitation, which is caused by the presence or nearness of any danger, evil, or pain, etc. So if you are having fear, then you will feel these kind of like either you have a pain, you will feel some danger, or maybe some dread, terror, or something like that. Now, what is the reason for that? The major reason is basically which started the fear is indecision. So we people are not able to decide anything, and that creates a fear. This is the starting point of the fear, the indecision. And then this indecision of not doing anything or not taking the first step of doing anything creates the element of doubt in our mind. And then these two together, the indecision and doubt together contributes towards fear of doing anything. You can take any example, and let's take the example of changing jobs also. So suppose you want to change a job, you are in a comfortable situation in any of the company, but you are not able to take the decision. And there is an element of doubt created. Oh, if I move out of a company, I am working in a very good company. If I move out into that company is smaller than this company, what will happen? So now you are not able to make the decision, and then a lot of doubts are coming. And then the fear will create. And then you will not move ahead. So these are the major reasons in any of the fear which is in front of you. Moving to the next slide, there are three levels of fear. Try to understand it in greater depth. So the level one fears, which is a situation-oriented fear. So which on the left hand side, I have categorized the fears those fears which happens, and in the right hand side, it requires some action. Now, on the left hand side, the fear of aging, becoming disabled, retirement, being alone, natural disaster, war, illness. These fear happens automatically, I would say. Now, those requiring action, then when we have to make any decision, then we are not able to make because of the indecision and the doubt, then it requires some action. Suppose you are making any decision, you have to take some action. Changing a career, making friends, losing weight, public speaking, making friends, and making a mistake. All these are level 1 fears. Now, moving to the level 2 fear. This is more of an involvement of your ego comes in. And due to that, I will give you one example how I can justify this level of fear, the fear of rejection. In my own professional field, sales, I'm talking about sales and business development. We get a lot of rejection when we go out in the market and prospect. We get many rejections, and if you are not able to manage the rejection at one point of time, like you will feel, oh, what I'm doing, I'm getting a lot of rejections, then your ego will come into picture, and then you will say, oh, I am not able to do it, this work. So the fear will come at that point of time when you get continuous rejection, not only in sales and business development field, at any point of time you are getting more rejections, then your ego will come into picture, and that will create this level 2 fear. Now, failure, like if you are getting repeated failures, loss of self-image, if you are not liking yourself, you are getting repeated failures, your self-image will automatically be down. And your self-esteem, which is related to your self-image, will also be down. And then you are thinking as a vulnerable person all the time, oh, I am a loser, I cannot do anything out. There are so many better person available than me. So this is the situation, continuously thinking bad about you. And then disapproval, if you are trying to do something new and every time you are getting disapproved by somebody, so then your ego will hurt, and this level of fear is much higher than the level 1. Now, moving to the level 3, this is the extreme stage. When you get repeated failures, which I mentioned in level 1 and 2, then you will say, I cannot handle it. At last, what you can say that you will say, I cannot handle it, and then you stop. You will not move. Whatever mission you have, then you cannot handle it. Now, moving to the next slide. Now, let us talk about the remedy of fear. because I talked about what is fear and what are the levels of fear. So let us talk about in this 30-minute presentation what are the remedies also, because I cannot stop by just telling you what are the fears and what are the levels of fears. Let me tell you about the remedy of fear. And this helped me a lot, many people a lot. I think it will definitely help you a lot if you practice it in a right manner. So at the bottom of every one of your fears is simply the fear that you can't handle whatever life may bring you. So here I am trying to say that if you go to the previous slide, just a minute, and the level one, you can see I cannot handle making decisions. I cannot handle changing a career. I cannot handle how to make friends. I cannot handle how to lose a weight, and how I cannot handle talking in front of many people, like public speaking sort of thing. And then I cannot handle how to avoid making a mistake. So this thing will come especially when you talk about fear and you are not able to handle anything which is coming out of your way, any problem which you are talking about. And if you know how you could handle anything that came your way, what would you possibly have to fear? Suppose if you are very clear that there is nothing can stop me, then there is no fear. The answer will be there is no fear. That situation, if that situation comes in your life, then you will not be having any fear. But that situation can come by practicing and reading good books, and there are a lot of other factors also. Now, let us talk about the next point. All you have to do to diminish your fear is to develop more trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. So it is why fear comes. First of all, the most important thing is, which I found, is we are not able to trust in our ability to do anything. So we limit ourselves. That's why the fear comes. So whatever comes our way, if we develop that kind of trust in our ability, then you will see the fear is continuously diminishing your way. Okay. And then last, whatever happens to you, given any situation, I can handle it. So if you practice this word, I can handle it. I can handle it. So now let me tell you one quick good example. In your childhood, when your mother, you just went to your school, when a mother used to say, or you are going out for a party or some friends, a mother and father used to say, oh boy, oh daughter, please take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. That means they are just saying that we are not in a position to take care of yourself. You have to take care of self, and they are just bypassing the sense of insecurity in yourself. Have you ever heard that any parents have said like that, son, oh daughter, you are going out, take as much as risk as you can? Never, I never heard, or never. So this is the psychological thing you need to understand, that from since the childhood, these kind of fears is embedded in our mindset actually. So our parents are saying, or our teachers are saying, don't go there, you will have fear. You will get this thing, you will hurt, you will act. I'm not saying that people should not be careful, but many a times you will see that we are overcautious. Our parents are overcautious, and this starts from us from the early childhood. And by the time we grew up, we have this mentality in our mind, and then we pass these kind of psychological things to our newer generation also. So this has happened since we were child, and then this is now happening in our adult phase also, and then we are passing to our newer generation also. So I'm just giving you an example. Now, people, those who are more successful and not having any fear, you will always hear from them that I can handle this responsibility. I can handle this responsibility. I can manage the challenge in the organization, in the families, and wherever you go. So the quick remedy for fear is basically you should have that kind of ability in your mindset, in your psychological mind, that I can handle this problem, whatever the challenges would be. So if you have that kind of frame of mind, then you will run away from fear. Now, the three or four words which are very important for you to tell you whenever you have any fear. Never let these three little words out of your mind. Possibly the most important three little words. I will handle it. You can all say with me, I will handle it. Can you please say with me, I will handle it? Just by unmuting yourself. Are you guys there?
Yes, sir. We are there.
So can you say with me, I will handle it?
I'll handle it.
Thank you.
I will handle it.
Yeah, great. So if you repeat this whenever you have any fear coming out, take this practical advice from me and you will definitely see the magic. And your fear is going to be like run away from you and that situation you are in. Do this, practice it. And I'm just going to suggest you one good book if you really would like to read it to overcome the fear in a more detailed manner. Then this is the recommended book, and over 2 million copies have been sold. And this book was written some 25 years ago by the lady named Suzanne Jeffers. Feel the fear and do it anyway. This is a very beautiful book. If you read it, you will definitely have more confidence out of it. And then let me tell you, all great people have fears. It's not like that all great people are not having fear, but they feel the fear, but they do it anyhow. And when you are experiencing any fear and you are doing anything challenging in your life, and if it becomes your habit over a period of time, then whatever your fear will be, you are having that fear at this point of time, that fear will run away from you. This is something practical I also experienced in my entire life, and you will also experience this. So I think I have finished my session, I think some 11 minutes before. I would love to hear some of the questions from you guys so that we can make it more interactive.
Thank you, Rahul.
Any question from your side? Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me, Rahul?
Yes, I am able to hear.
Yeah. So, is there any pattern among the fears? For example, the city people will have this kind of fear, or versus rural area, or maybe students will have this kind of fear, and later stage working professions have this fear. So, is there any pattern so that based on your research or based on your so far experience with people?
See, pattern, I would not say I did not find any specific pattern, but it depends upon the situation they are in, like you mentioned, rural area, and it also depends upon the kind of awareness they have. When I was talking to some rural area people, they are not having any awareness about COVID vaccine, just for an example. So they are having fear that people are dying after taking this COVID vaccine. So here I would say, just for an example, they are not aware about that this vaccine is well proved and certified by the government agency. So the awareness is also the major reason which I found the pattern. I would say when you are not having awareness about anything, then how you can take the first step of doing that. Now coming back to one more example, if you talk about especially the let's take about the fear of death. So fear of death, I would say here, everybody knows that who has taken birth is going to die. Everybody is aware about this bitter truth, right or wrong, Ravi? Right? But like due to many things like we are seeing these days, we are not able to cope up with this fear. And this fear I found in many great people also. But we need to understand that we cannot play with nature. If the destiny has decided by the God that you have to take the birth and then you have to die after a certain period of time, so what to fear about this? Similarly, the fear of old age. This is also a very common fear which you see that people have. They started like accumulating a lot of money. Oh, when I will become old, I have to accumulate. That's a good thing that you are accumulating money for your old age. But like that. That is, I think everybody has to become old and then reach that particular age. Now, the most important another fear is fear of criticism. Many people I saw in my entire life, they are not coming out of their like they are not performing, although they have a lot of potential, but they are not performing only because of this fear of criticism. Now, if I do this, what people will think? Let's for an example. I was talking to one student. I told him that you are a very good speaker. Why don't you start your YouTube channel? Oh, sir, I will start my YouTube channel. What people will think, oh, my relatives will think, and all that, lot of stuffs and all that. But like what he was doing, he was having a fear of criticism. And this alone, I would say, fear is stopping many of us. I was also stopped by this fear in my previous life, but I overcome it. So I hope I answered not completely, if not completely, Ravi, your question in some way. I just try to answer it.
Yeah. Okay. Because as you said, no, there is no pattern, clear pattern, because it all depends on the individuals and
Yeah.
their concept and the environment. Yeah.
Yes. It depends upon many factors.
Yeah.
Factors.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I will let others to ask.
Yeah, definitely. Any other question from anybody's side?
Sir, I have a question, sir. What was your biggest fear in your life? Like you said, you have your fears in the previous time. What was your biggest fear, sir?
My biggest fear was fear of criticism.
Criticism.
Yeah,
Okay.
fear of criticism. I was not participated in my master's program. Normally, I was doing my MBA full time, and like MBA is all about having more participative, asking question, more presentative, and all that. In the first semester, I never asked a single question. Never asked a single. I was just watching others how they are participating. I was having that fear in my mind. If I will ask any question, suppose if I pronounce any word, and if I'm not a good speaker than them, then what will happen? What will happen? So that was stopping me. And the one day I decided that no matter what, I will ask a question. And the first step I took, from that day, the teacher also appreciated me, the professor, in fact, that, oh, you have asked a question. You were very silent in the last semester. He encouraged me. Oh, you keep on asking question. And my question was also not that much bad. My question was of good quality. So I was having that kind of confidence, and I keep on participating. And then I was one of the best participative student in my class at that point of time. So the fear of criticism was one of the major fear that was stopping me earlier.
Yeah. Okay. So, because it's the same problem which is happening among the young students as well as the students, even though in the high school or whatever, they keep on asking doubts. The fear of asking doubts, like whether what the other things students think of them. So I think in order to overcome it, we should say, I can handle it, sir. Like your slogan, I can handle it. So thank you, sir. Thank you for answering my question. So participants, if you have any questions regarding the fear, please ask to our Rahul Srivatsam, sir. He is open for you.
If somebody has not any question, then I will end. If you read the poem which is written by late Dr. Rabindranath Tagore, where the mind is without fear. It's a very beautiful poem.
Yeah.
A poem like it was written, I think, way back in 1910. So you will find a lot of inspiration from that particular poem. And one more story that I can tell you, we have 4 minutes remaining here for the next session, is basically I was attending one English coaching when I was doing my engineering program. And there was one guy who was not able to speak even a single sentence of English correctly. Single sentence. Can you imagine? But he was very enthusiastic, very hunger towards learning English. whenever he was called for this any kind of speaking or speech, he used to go to the podium and started speaking. People used to laugh at him because he was not able to speak even a small sentence. But he keep on speaking, keep on speaking. You know, like people in this world, there are two categories of people laugh. First, the category those who are expert, and the second category I feel those who don't know anything. Because they are not able to understand, so that they are laughing. Others are laughing, I am also laughing. And the expert people also laugh because sometimes they feel pretty good. Oh, I am the super power here, I know each and everything. So two categories people laugh mainly, I found. So after 1 year time period, what I saw, the same guy was speaking very fluent English. The same guy, and he was speaking much better English than others who joined the coaching with him 1 year before. And the teacher of the coaching was appreciating him as just like an icon of his coaching, that this guy started very bad English having 1 year back, now he's a fluent speaker. So how he was able to do that? It was just overcoming fear. And overcoming the fear of criticism, what others people are thinking about me, what other people are saying about me. And especially parents, because they are the first guru since the childhood of any children, they have to understand that we have to work hard to remove these kind of fears in the children right from the early age. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much for all of you for listening patiently. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable words. I think I can overcome my fear as well as the students who have gathered here. Definitely, sir. So, without further delay, I'd like to invite our next guest, Sangeeta Balakrishnan, about the topic, be informed of the protocols in your child in online classes. So, about our Sangeeta Balakrishnan, she's the founder of Legal Broccoli, which is an interactive training